the gates go down, they're underway. 21 boats contesting the medals.
Just let those top two get in the start gate, didn't they? Away we go. About 8 boats up from the bottom. Is leading, looks like a Spaniard maybe.
Thomas Dunilak of France nearest us, going nicely on his own on the inside.
2:31 Oliveira from Brazil. 2:25 Peter Solstes from Hungary. He's the leader at the moment.
Oh, one of the boats is going big sideways, makes contact.
So 16 is the leader currently, Brett Himmelman from Canada.
Yes, when we see the men disappear here, we do have the medalists, gold and silver medalists from the ladies.
So it's contact again at that front group.
Oh,
that's going all the way, that one. That is going all
the way.
No, he just missed. Third one comes in now.
And it was a hard year for me, and I'm very happy with the gold medal.
Yeah, congratulations. It was your first gold medal in marathon?
No, it was my second. The last year I won this short distance, and again I can win this race.
Yeah, it was an amazing race and a tough race, wasn't it, Ludmila?
You can please repeat.
Wasn't it a tough race for you as well today? A hard race, great.
Me too, very hard, but you see it's congregation so big. Today starting 20%. It's amazing, actually. And I was the first place, but today my place second.
Yeah, congratulations to that, because it was a very, very good race. And how was the conditions out there?
It was really good because it's no rain, no wind, so I enjoy this race. Yes.
Congratulations, both of you. Applaud.
Thanks, Stefan, taking the... and that's fantastic to see.
Nice interview and a very gracious second place there as well.
Happy to concede defeat. It's very encouraging. Well, Brett Himmelman barking with the big dogs at the front of the C1 short course race.
Yeah. So what we've got at the front is Himmelman, Calvo from Spain, Dunilak from France, Bourgil from Poland, Barbel from Moldova, Solstes from Hungary. That's the order, but at the moment it's Calvo from Himmelman.
We will hear this from our Stefan and later C1 man.
Water's looking a little bit choppy there as they go back over the waves they created on the way down. But Himmelman, he's up there. And Calvo from Spain has company.
The early morning in Nova Scotia. I'm sure everybody at Musqua Canoe Club, Musqua Aquatic Club, will be sitting around their TVs whooping Brett on.
They both benefited from whatever the takeout was in the early stages. I'm not sure who did. I'm not sure who did what. Canadian struggling a little bit there. He's lost one place.
Dropped the boat for a second.
And we've got
we have a swimmer as well.
That was Bourgil, I think, from Poland.
Into the water.
He's in.
And the boat's gone.
In trouble. He's rescuing it reasonably well, but he's holding up others.
He's also obstructing everybody who's come down the right.
And Calvo away and clear. Dunilak from France. He's looking good.
Ignacio Campo.
Dunilak only 8th last year.
Brett Himmelman just looked a little bit disorganized on the portage.
I guess that's not a surprise. I mean, there's chaos here as well. Moldova away, Portugal away, Italy away, another Moldovan also away. Everyone got away cleanly. That was well handled. That was all happening just behind Plusik of Hungary. But there's your leaders, and it's single file, pretty much back to the pontoon.
Big tight turn with a draw stroke.
With both left-handers at the front there, Dunilak and Calvo. Currently, Calvo looks to have this under some degree of control. The Canadian there. There's all sorts of people in all sorts of trouble, aren't there? Still got Himmelman down as fourth on the track.
He's sitting in second.
It could have been Solpeter, the Canadian that we saw there, right back in the back end of the field. So Himmelman still in fourth. He's still going okay. Calvo looking super good though.
Laying down a marker early on in the colours of España.
That's quite a phenomenal reach he gets at the front of that pool. So long there. Dunilak in unfamiliar territory. 8th last year, 2nd this year.
But early on in lap 2, and there are significant gaps between 1, 2, 3 and the race for 4.
Canadians just being overtaken by Bourgil. But there's still contact between boats back there. It's still tight.
It's unforgiving when somebody loses control at the start with 20 boats on a line like that. It's going to be dodging cars.
Very hard. I mean, we couldn't see with the aerial view who was who in that whole melee at the start, but somebody was taken out for quite a long time.
And I must say,
it just
super
took him
hard to
across the
recover,
hull.
particularly in a seaboat where you don't have a rudder to do emergency corrective action. When you start drifting wide like that and you've got somebody touching your tail, you're toast. You don't have any price.
So Zukora and Bourgil, 2nd and 3rd last year, making their way up into 4th and 5th. So they're on the prowl now. Calvo away and clear. Dunilak in danger from Soltes of Hungary in 3rd position currently.
Epernay Canoe Club out supporting the French paddlers.
Another efficient turn from a left-hander. It can be done.
It can be done without sacrificing much boat speed at all.
There's the Hungarian hunting down the Frenchman. So it's Soltes in 3rd, hunting down Dunilak in 2nd, and then the Poles. Here come the Poles. I do think that one of them is going to manage a medal. Which one, Bourgil or Zukora? I don't know. There they are, locked in battle, 18 seconds behind. With Romero 4th, I think, last year.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 2 more
But no one's touching Calvo. Himmelman now down to 7th for Canada.
France currently on the spot, bringing the medals of 2024 World Championships Metkovic 2024. C1 match.
Poles are catching Soltes rather, of Hungary.
It's concertinaing around 4 at the moment.
Yeah, those Poles are going to come through. It looks to me to be 2 more medals for Poland if it keeps on like this. Although they're already on lap 2.
Ignacio Calvo into the portage, clean, almost taking out his number slider in the process, but all is good. Into the portage, running quickly and efficiently.
Dunilak out, Soltes coming in, but the Poles are coming in on the right-hand side at the same time as Soltes.
Quickly out of the boat too.
Spaniard in the clear. Dunilak probably just hoping at this stage that he's got enough to hold off the chase pack. I think he's lost hope of catching Calvo, but here come at least one of the poles.
We got we got Mateo Zucker, also the owners of the medals. C1 men's short race.
So let's see what sort of a lead Ignacio Calvo can take out of this.
There's Dunilac, and
he's been hunted down by the first of the
It's
poles.
Bourgil in the medals. Zucora not yet, but he's hunting. Romero from Spain coming back up into 4th place. That's where he finished last year.
Tight turn around the top turn can for Ignacio Calvo.
Both
But there's
portages
a
done.
battle royal going on in second at the moment.
I don't think Dunilac's got what it's going to take to hold off Bourgil. And there he's going to try desperately to hold on to a medal. It's going to be a long, short lap for Dunilac. There he is, Dubois. Dunilac has been overtaken by Matthias Bourgil, and he's being hunted down by Romero of Spain. Behind Romero, Soltes, and Zucora's challenge looks to be over. He's nowhere near. It's Romero versus Dunilac for that bronze medal. I don't think Dunilac can overhaul Bourgil from here. There they are, though. They're still together.
Can Bourgil mount an attack on Calvo from here?
No, too far, I think. And they're on the last lap already.
Yep.
Calvo looks comfortable. Yeah, 43 meters. You're never sure how accurate those measurements are, but it's not 10 meters.
It kind of matches up
to what you see
to the eye. So
Calvo super smooth, super long reach compared to the others. He just gets so far forward on his stroke. Dunilac desperately holding on. He knows if he falls off, he's in danger. And if he's that far back, when it comes to the turn, he's going to be pushed out by the plume of Bourgil's boat. Needs to be moving up if he can. Doing a good job, though.
This is the race for silver. Up front, it's Spaniard Ignacio Calvo, who's cantering away with this.
That's how much space he's got before Romero challenges for the bronze.
We still have a fight between Dunilac France and Mateusz Polska.
Romero, sorry, 5th last year, not 4th. So he's already 1 place up, but I'm sure he still fancies a medal at this point.
So there's a look at the lead going into the turn. Ignacio Calvo on his own, but there's...
Right, Bourgil is closing ground on...
They are definitely making up water on Ignacio Calvo.
Too little, too late, I think, from Bourgil. And it looks like Dunilac can hold with Bourgil to the finish from here. That is going to be a proper bronze medal for him.
Yeah.
That's going to be
This race is not entirely over. Bourgil is firing the turbos up the right. Calvo's decided to
Calvo's
stay
in the middle of the
center,
river. It's a big mistake
which
from
is
him.
in the current.
Yep.
And Bourgil has sniffed an opportunity.
But he does have to come out, and Calvo would see him come out. So, yeah, the gaps are shrinking. But probably not fast enough.
Calvo holding the cards at this stage. He's got the finish line in sight, having opted to go into the current in a direct line to the finish. Roll of the dice.
There's the distance between them.
Bear in mind that Bourgil's going to have to come across.
That's the only thing that's going to save Calvo, isn't it, at this point?
And there's the portage
It's going to be
takeout.
closer, a lot closer than Calvo ever thought it would be.
Bourgil throwing everything and the kitchen sink into this final sprint. It is tight.
Calvo, only a few strokes to go. It's about 80 meters to go. He's going to win it.
Calvo's hanging in, it must be said.
Dunilek
Bourgil is coming at him.
fallen off, but he's not going to be caught. That's the difference between a smart racer and a strong racer there. Bourgil did all the right things on those last 2 laps, and look how close he got. A length and a half in it. Hats off to Dunilek from France. That is a big medal for him, I'm sure. He's thinking there. You can see him thinking it. Where the hell did you come from?
Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't 100 meters longer. Ignacio Calvo.
3 seconds the difference in the end.
3 seconds and shrinking at the end. Mathieu Bourgil with a pit bull charge at the end, which...
Smart work from him. Went to the edge.
Yeah.
Came up the edge. It's the longer distance, but the much faster water.
Michal Barbul.
Ukrainian across the line, followed by Portugal.
Brett Himmelman is in there.
Followed by Hungary. Plusik.
Plusik 11.
Yeah, I think probably unhappy with that.
Next step that's crossing the finish line. This is for Portugal, as it looks like for Portugal crossing the finish line. This was with 228.
So a gold for Spain in Ignacio Calvo, holding off a tenacious charge from Mathieu Bourgil of Poland.
Ricardo Coelho there. We saw leaning out of his boat. He'd had a hard day, and it showed. And behind him, 222 is Barbul from Moldova. There's another race to the finish there between someone who went up the right and people who went up the middle. And there's everything to play for there. That looks really tight from this angle. Who got that? Oy, that was tight. I think it was the Japanese on the left of your shot there, Oizumi, who got that. The Italian Quattrocolo.
Rio Ozumi was the paddler we were talking about earlier, who just randomly picked a flyer out of his school adverts for sports and landed up paddling canoe.
Doing this. I'm guessing he doesn't play the lottery.
Boat number gone on the Italian boat. Invariably,
we don't have start lists for the women's and men's short course final, if that's next. And we kind of need them.
So the last of the C1 paddlers coming into the finish as we did a full throttle afternoon of racing.
It has.
Big fields of sea boat paddlers, providing a great spectacle for those that had the courage to look beyond the rainfall, which is thankfully gone here in Metkovic. Glitzen Jr. of Brazil. Brazil have been fielding sea paddlers over the years.
And in the sprints, they've done incredibly well. I've struggled to pronounce his name, but Quiros, he does. Yeah, he's been up the sharp end, almost national hero after Rio Games there, and consistently wins medals at every championship that he goes to. So it's only a matter of time, I think, before they produce someone who can do this and be up the sharp end.
Down to the finish line comes Gleason Jr., one of the two Brazilians, along with Milton Oliveira, taking part in this race. Mission accomplished for the Brazilian.